What's up, YouTube? We're back again. I'm about to show you how, or kind of a different way, to use a hand plane. So I used this hand plane to turn square stock like this into a walking stick like this. So it's nice and round on the end. You can see it's nice and round through most of it, but up at the handle we kind of kept that square stock shape. It's been shaved down on all sides, so it's a little bit, it's not as wide as the stock was originally, but you can see it goes from that nice square shape. It's got a nice little spot here for your hand, and then it all tapers down into a nice rounded end. So I had a guy come to me, I've got my woodworking shop. I kind of do anything and everything. If somebody comes to me with an idea or a project, if I feel maybe it's something I can handle, I'll say, yeah, certainly I'll give it a try. This was one of those things. So a guy had come to me, he had a walking stick basically exactly like this, but he had used it for years and at some point it broke on him, and all he wanted was the exact same thing, just new. So I made it for him and he loved it. He was very happy with it. So happy, in fact, that now he wants me to make 4 more for his grandkids. So pretty cool. But at the time, and still now, I'm not rich, don't have a lot of money, and I do not have a wood lathe, and certainly do not have the money to buy a wood lathe. So I had to figure out how to turn the square stock that he brought in into a round walking stick. So one thing I did have laying around, again, was this little hand plane. And I was able to shave that down completely with just this hand plane into that round shape. Now up towards the handle I used more of your standard hand carving tools to kind of get that handle looking the way it does. But as far as turning that square stock into a nice round shape, I did it all with this hand plane, no lathe whatsoever. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of this here today. I gotta make 4 more of them anyways, so here we are. We're gonna show you guys a little bit of how it works. So if you take your square stock, you've got your couple faces here. If you come right to that sharp corner point and start there, the hand plane works really well to start taking down those corners. So I'm not sure if you can hear that or see it or not, but we're taking off some really nice chunks. So if I gather them up here, you can see we're peeling off some pretty nice bits, and it really doesn't take that long to really start turning this square stock into something that's a little more round. And you can see we're taking off some really nice chunks. So start with those sharp corner points. Now again, this is not the fastest or best way to do this, right? A lathe would be ideal, but you work with what you got. And if you're willing to give it a shot, it does work. You can see we're taking off nice big chunks there. And if we take a look at this, you can start to see already that we're starting to round off what was this sharp corner. So you can see this one I haven't touched yet. You can see how sharp those 2 faces come to a nice sharp point. And where I have done, you can see we're already starting to round off. So I just wanted to show you guys that. That is one method. If you do not have a lathe, but you are interested in maybe making walking sticks, it's going to be a lot more work, but I will say this one turned out extremely nice. The guy was very happy with it. And again, he brought in 4 more for us to make. So there you have it. There is no excuse that you can't get into woodworking. A few bucks, you could buy a hand plane and you can start making some walking sticks. Now, side note, I don't know if you guys watched my video yesterday about the Air Tech 1 Jordans. We got this thing painted up here today. It looks a lot better. So I wanted to keep this thing mainly wood and just highlight a few areas with paint. You can see there we've got the Air Tech 1. We got the Jordan logo. AT1s, Air Tech 1s. It turned out pretty sweet. This is going to be hung up on the wall in my office because I love Jordans and I love wood. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. See ya.